ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಕೆಲಸ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸರ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಲ್ಯಾಪ್ಟಾಪ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ನಂದ
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈವ್ ಸರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Just link. Just YouTube. So you have click
ಸರ್ ಡೇವಿಯರ್ ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ತರ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು ಇದು ತಗೊಳತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
But they installed or not, sir? That is important. Everyone, all of you have installed the required software. Because I know it will take 1 month if you dedicate to install all the software. That I know. But we have to focus on finishing the content in 2 days, right? That is hardly 10 to 12 hours. So we got the information in a short notice. So whatever installations you have done or not done, make sure you are finishing that quickly. I have shared some videos. Have you gone through that? Maven and installation is done, and graded installation is done. Then it's fine. And intelligent, yes, sir. Intelligent is done.
I think yesterday somebody was
And one more thing, Git installation is done. Yes. Okay. And JDK 17.0 only, no other version. Because for Jenkins 17 is the best version for compatibility. Otherwise, it will not work.
above version, above 17 also fine.
Above 17 is if you have 23, 23 will not work with Jenkins. 21 might work, but it will sometimes give you problems.
So 17 is
17 is that's why I had mentioned specifically. Nothing. You just take the setup file, install, and in the Java home path at 17. That's all. Hardly it will take 5 minutes.
ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ Yes, internet. Sahana ma'am. Sorry. Sir, where did you?
Yeah.
For my laptop. EWIT. Yes, extra was not. We have Ubuntu or Windows, sir. Ubuntu or same thing you have to do there also. Commands you Ubuntu also have that. Side by side, sir, no problem. Because it is easy to do Windows.
Streaming video. ಇದು ಇವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಆನಂದ್ ಸರ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್
Yes, I will present PPT. I will present my system. Like, sir, if you're streaming here, automatically the screen will be visible. Then that's fine. I don't have to project there. I don't have to. Only LAN connection, internet. I've been to your college for training. Safety pay for the students, they students. Bola. JDK 710 is will not be able to execute. Do in the college for the students. Everything because I know the purpose of this everything. I know. Already done this 5 times. This is the 6th time. I've done it other colleges. So only I was told about this. So we are. Otherwise, I would say other things also.
Correct. That's not. Sure. Sir. चलो शुरू करें सर.
ಸರ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ದೂರ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅದು. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ?
So every time one system is connected, you do this.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ನಾನು. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮೇಲ ಇಲ್ಲ
ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ತೆಗಿಬಿಡಿ ಆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ.
You can. Password is
Yes.
what will
Sir, it is correct. Yes.
and we want why for this.
My voice is audible till the last. Just let me know if you don't understand any point, and don't think of me like any other trainer or something. Treat me as a friend. Okay? I'm younger than you people, so think like that. I'm not here. You are not my students. You are all respective faculties of lots of the colleges. So it should be a win-win situation for all. We understand the purpose of this SVP because from Monday your college is starting, right? So after that, we will have a lab every day, every week, at least once, 2 hours. So the target is we have to finish off those 12 topics. And many of you might be thinking those are programs. They are not programs. They are individual topics. Inside that, there are lots of hidden things. Okay. So we will try to make each thing easy so that if we deliver the same thing to the students also. That is our target, right? So in the middle, if there is any theory also, I'll try to cover that. Okay. We have very less time, so make sure anything you don't understand, right away you ask me and try to resolve that. Initially, what we will do is we'll try to write down the prerequisites once again. What and all you need. That's very important. Okay. So prerequisites. If you want to note anything down, you can note it down. No problem. Okay. My handwriting is okay, visible properly. So prerequisites. The first one is you should have basic knowledge of Java. That is 100% mandatory. The reason is we will be learning build tools, Maven and Gradle. They are Java based. Okay. I think someone is saying I'm not audible. Not audible, then it should be coming here and there. The first thing is that because it's okay. Maven and Gradle. Okay. No, correct. So after that, basic knowledge of Java is important. So the second thing is you should install JDK. And because I have been telling, I have used all the versions of Java. 17 is the best compatible version for your DevOps because we use Jenkins tool. That is the CI/CD tool. So for that, 17 version is very compatible. JDK 17.0. Max to max 21, anybody can install, no problem at all. But 17 is highly recommended because when you install and run your Jenkins server, it might not load. That is the reason. Okay. Then third one, editors to write Java code. The editors we will be using both of them because we will need that not only for this DevOps classes, we will need them for future also. So the best one is IntelliJ IDEA or Eclipse. Okay, IntelliJ IDEA, make sure it is community edition, not the enterprise edition. Community version or edition. And for Eclipse, the Eclipse IDE is Eclipse IDE for web and Java developers. That is the IDE that you have to use, not the normal IDE, because you will be launching web apps, web applications. Okay. So Eclipse for web and Java developers. Okay, that is mandatory. Yes, sir. Please.
My understanding is
Please.
both Eclipse and IntelliJ both are IDs.
Ah,
We need two IDs.
yes. some things are very easy to use in IntelliJ because the UI is very smooth, easy to understand. It will be easy for you to understand that easily, then you can teach it to the students also easily. But web applications support is given in the enterprise edition of IntelliJ. In the free version, you won't get it. But otherwise, integrating Git and all those things is really easy in IntelliJ. It's hardly a button, that's all. But in case of the free version, you get web versions also. So that is why for that purpose only, for Azure DevOps part, we will be using this. All the other topics will be using IntelliJ. Okay, makes sense? For only the last topic, Azure DevOps topic, we will be using this. And one more thing, that's clear, sir? Yes. Now, the fourth one is our main. Yes, sir. Yeah, what, sir? I can do that. Internet will work there. I'll do that. Send me the link in the WhatsApp. It's already there, right?
Yes,
That link? I joined that.
Yes.
This thing not visible. I can mirror that section also. System also. I have to do it mine. You don't do that. I'll do it mine. Now is it okay? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll share my whole screen. Just visible to just now it will be visible. Okay. Fine. Till here it is okay. Next, the next build tool, that is grade. Correct?
So just to mention that what you did.
I'm saying these are the things that you need to install. All the things are written. I'm not yet started. This is just the intro. You can take it like this TOC, table of contents. That's all. Start ಮಾಡಿದ correct is good. Don't worry. I can speak a little bit of Kannada, not much. This much is fine. Then number 6. I am going according to the whole syllabus. You have that syllabus with you. Right? The first thing is understanding build tools, Maven and Gradle. You can take that. I know everything about that because I have done this topic. The first topic is understanding Maven and Gradle build tools. Correct. The second topic is creating a Maven project. Correct. The third one is creating a Gradle project. Learning about the Gradle life cycle, all the commands. The fourth topic is creating a Maven project and migrating from Maven to Gradle. Check there, you will understand. Okay. After that, you need to install Jenkins. Jenkins is a CI tool, continuous integration tool. This is important. And for this, you can refer the video that I have given. It was recorded 2 years back, but it has the same features that are currently there. To see, I have given the video in the group. Okay, after this is done, Then we have the next one, Ansible. Yes, Ansible cannot be installed in Windows. Okay, to do that, you will need WSL, Windows Subsystem for Linux, or you can do it directly. I will write down the full form. It is called Windows Subsystem for Linux. Ansible cannot be installed in Linux because it works in Linux, because it works in virtual machines. In Ubuntu machines only it supports. Okay, so what we do, we convert our Windows operating system to Windows subsystem for Linux. There, on top of your Windows machine, you install some virtual machine. Okay, on that. So for this, you will need 3 separate softwares. Because when you do the same thing in Ubuntu, there are lots of commands that you have to type. Okay, so rather than remembering those, it will become easy if you follow this way. Otherwise, for you, it will be a headache. To finish that, you will need at least 3 or 4 sessions in the lab. After in the video syllabus and Ubuntu. So I don't want that to happen because my target is by the end of March, you should be able to finish this. March or April, because they will go for internals, they will go for semester exams. You have to finish. I know that. I'm a VT student only, that's why I know the thing. What happens? I know properly. 2010 graduates. I know what it takes. So I have the idea. That's why I'm saying. So Ansible, you need WSL, Windows Subsystem for Linux, and we need a tool called Vagrant. I've given you in the list. The PDF is already there in the list also is given. Vagrant is a tool which helps you to create virtual machines, VMs. Okay, it will help you to create VMs, virtual machines. The next one is you have heard about VirtualBox, right? VirtualBox. This is also a tool to create virtual machines. So they are totally integrated. You can use both of them. Then on top of that, we can install Ansible. It will become easy. Okay, this much is clear. Yes. So with this, if you check that, even I will have that. Let me just open that for you. Here is your syllabus. It will look like a headache now because nobody knows the concepts. Right now, it will be Tale. But after tomorrow, it will not be an headache. It will be smooth for you. And you will get step-by-step PDFs so that you can see step 1 and do it, see step 2 and do it like that. I'll make it easy for you. And also, I'm planning videos on all the topics. Don't talk about these as programs, they are not programs. They are projects. Undun point, Undun project. It's like in C programming, we have 12 programs in Lampu. Most sort it is not like that. This whole concept to learn this, you need lots of things in the back end. That's why these all installations are required. And for everything, we need to follow them one by one. Okay. And did I mention about Git? Git is mandatory. Git is mandatory. How many of you have already used Git? And you all know the commands. Commands are very important. No problem. I'm here. Adikan and Bandiro. No problem. See, the academics that we have in the college, it is for the examination purpose. But when we go to the industry, it is totally different. We learned around how much? 7, 8, or 56 subjects in DT. Trust me, I never used one subject in the industry. Use Madala, you don't never use that. When you go to the industry, the first day they will say, "Ella ಏನ್ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು." Unlearn everything, mind fresh, then only you will put some new things in your mind. That's how it works. Okay, no problem, you learn everything. Git is used for version control. Very important. If you take that syllabus, there is a small word there, but it has very big meaning. I will show you here. If you see, ಒಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದೆ. But it is what it is all about in DevOps. You are building something, it is working fine. Tomorrow you added one more feature, it stops working. You have to go back to the previous working version, right? For that, you need Git. Git is one open source tool. There are other tools also. You have Bitbucket, you have Stash, lots of other stuff. But Git is free of cost. You don't have to pay anything. That's why people use Git. Okay, so we'll use that. This is for version control. So after that, so with that, if you have these things installed, then most of the topics will be covered here. You see here. Till number 8, it will be covered. This much is enough. Okay, and in between, one more thing you will need. That is your. We don't have any remote servers. We need our local servers. So what we will use? We'll use Tomcat, Apache, Tomcat. Anything 10.0 and above or above that we use, and this will be integrated with your Eclipse for the website. This two will be connected. Sorry? XAMPP will not work because then the commands will again change. All the commands. This is easy, not so difficult. I'll tell you how to install. Okay. And after that, how many of you have registered in Azure? Have you registered? Not yet, right? Okay, don't do it now. I'll tell you why. Because when you register your free account in Microsoft Azure, what will happen is start a free account, okay? Free account. That will be valid for 30 days. Imagine you do it today. You'll be teaching Azure in March, April. Subscription. Don't do it now. You understand the concept now in my system. You will try it later when you are doing that. Because by that time I will be recording videos and giving it to you. Any doubt, you can message me, you can text me, sir, I have doubt in this topic. Because after doing this, you have to fill up a form. That form you will fill for one concept. That concept is called parallelism. They will not give you access to deploy anything. They will not give you access. When you fill this form, then only they will give you access to this. It will come after 5 to 6 days. Even maybe Wednesday or Thursday. So that is why don't do it now. You can do it later. But just you can do one thing. And one more important point here: you will need a credit card or debit card for doing this. Make a way. 2 or 3 rupees will be cut and it will be refunded again. Okay, and for 30 days you will be getting around 16 to 17,000 rupees. 3 points. After that, it will mail you asking, do you want to go for paid subscription? Just take one. Close that account. Tilga madbekandre, you can create one more account with another mail ID. That's okay. Because otherwise, after 30 days, you have to pay. Make sure you have 2 email IDs. Take one college ID, one personal ID. Right. And that's all. Nothing else is due. This much is more than. These things you have to install in your system. So the last thing, don't do it now. You can do it later. If you want to try, you can do it with some dummy mail ID, not your original mail ID. Don't do it. Just register, and then the form link also is here. Now you have got the idea how many things we need. Too much for one day, right? Obviously, too much for one day, but we have to do it, no choice. Now, because you all have been teaching in lots of colleges, you obviously know a little bit about SDLC, software development life cycle. Yes. So, can anyone tell me the first step? requirement gathering, some people say, is something like that. You're collecting the requirement. Now, the point is, from the organization, suppose I am the organization, who will go from my company to the client? I need the name of that person because you have to tell the same thing to your students also. याद होता है?
Business analyst.
Very good. The BA will go and meet the client. Nobody, even a senior software developer, does not have the right to go and meet the client. Only the business analyst will go. What does he know? He knows how business is run. He knows the in and out of business. Suppose e-commerce website, he knows everything. Maybe he does not know coding. He will know how the market responds to that. So what he will do is, he will meet the client and he will create a document. That his names are very important. See, right now, many companies will come to your college for placement training. C, C++, Java, Python. At the end of the day, you will have aptitude test, then coding round test. After that, we have a technical face-to-face round. I have taken around 5,000 interviews in many colleges. They don't ask C, C++, Java, and the they will ask, what is Agile? What is CI/CD? They don't ask what is abstraction, what is encapsulation. Adala keda. For easy companies who pay only 2-3 LP. Nowadays, Accenture and TCS also ask very difficult questions. So these guys prepare a document. The document name is CRS, Client Requirement Specification, or Customer Requirement Specification. Very important one. Okay, you can write down the full form. It is called Client Requirement Specification. Whatever the client says, you can just write it down properly in the document. And here there will be no point of coding, nothing related to coding. If the developer sees this, he or she will not understand anything. He cannot cover, nothing at all. And then what happens? This guy comes back to the office. Will come back. Then he has a meeting with the seniors, the project manager, the senior developers, and maybe the team manager and production manager. Then after that, they prepare one more document. That is called the SRS, Software Requirement Specifications. Here, you will be dividing the whole project into modules. Okay? Login page, this page, that page, etc., etc. Like that, they will divide. Okay, and all the things will be written. What technology you will use, what tools you will use, which cloud platform you will use. Maybe it is AWS, GCP, Google Cloud Platform. It can be Microsoft Azure also. It can be anything. Okay, they will do that. But do they start coding here on? What is the next step? Feasibility study. Do I have resources? 500 students are coming to the college. Do I have that many faculty to teach them? Necessary resources to teach them. So the topic is feasibility. Is it feasible to take it? Feasibility study or analysis. Are we ready to take this project? Do you have that many developers and automation testers to take up the project? How can we do that? Not possible. Do you have the budget? Do you have the equipments, everything? Laptop when will I write the code? After that, now suppose we have decided we will be taking the project. Next to design. Okay? Next we will come to design. Two levels of designing are there. One is the high level design, one is the low level design. What is the basic difference between these two? Yeah, you can interact. You can tell me what is the basic difference? Overview. Just a brief idea. Low level ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ page ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು button ಇರುತ್ತೆ everything will be written there. Step by step everything. The whole proper prototype design will be there. So this you can say abstract or overview. This will be detailed. Sorry, sir. Deep. Yeah, yeah. You can go for the deep like. Are you understanding? Is it boring? Not boring, right? Paka? Interesting? You can understand. No problem. Let me know if you don't understand one point also.
Password ತಿನ್ನೋದು ನಾನು ಸಿಗೋದು. ಇದು ನೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
Everyone came back? So we start? Yeah. So So we so about the design part, right? High level design, as ma'am said, it is just an abstract. And low level design is detail about everything. After that, when we have the design, now you can go to the developer. This thing can go to the developer for what? Coding. Okay? Then we can go to the coding part. Okay, and then the developer starts writing all this code and make some changes, does some changes, and finally he is ready with version 1 or something. Right? He is ready with some stable application. Then where does it go? Very simple. Testing. There are two types of testing. We have automation and manual. Okay. And here, one thing you should know: these two people, developer and the tester, they are enemies. They are enemies, right? One will say, I have built a very good application, it is working here. The other one will say, Illa, it is not working. They are worst enemies, but they are doing it for a good purpose to build a bug free application. Yes, so that the public who is using the application, they are happy with the UI, the functionality, everything. So they are enemies for a good reason. The reason is they want to create a bug free app. That is the main purpose of the fight between these two teams, the development team and the testing team. And after everything is fine, both of them agree. Finally, they agree that okay, whatever we have built is working fine. Now, what is happening? What happens? They go to deployment, and after that, there is continuous maintenance. There is maintenance, maybe half yearly, maybe yearly. It depends on the type of organization and type of application. But imagine someone comes here or your client comes here in the testing phase and says, Sir, I want something to change. Change ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ something he said. At that time, is it possible? It's very difficult. Very, very difficult. Which model are we discussing now? We are discussing the waterfall model. Water flows downwards. So once we have taken a requirement, in the middle of the project, we cannot change it. It's very difficult. Because all of a sudden you build something, middle of the moment he's saying, I don't want this, this has to be like this. It becomes really difficult. That's why waterfall model is for small projects, very small projects, not for big projects. Because of this problem, there are other models in SDLC. You have hybrid model, you have VNV model, prototype model, all of them. So when the developers saw this problem, they decided that we will not be using waterfall model for our developments. For small projects, say 5 plus 10 page website, we will do this. But for bigger projects like e-commerce websites, etc., we will not do this. What we will do, the developers started working on another model. It's called the Agile. Agile is what has given birth to your DevOps. This has given birth to DevOps. Okay? What does Agile mean? It means fast, very fast. Very fast developments. Now I will tell you something from the industry that will be asked to your students also during the placements. It is important for you also, for the students in future also. Okay? What happens now? All good, right? What happens here is something like this. In Agile, the whole project is divided into smaller parts. They break it down into smaller parts. Those smaller parts are called sprints. Okay, they are called sprints. Each sprint is ranging between 7 to 14 days. Maximum. And your whole project can be divided into lots of sprints. Depends on the complexity of the project. It can go in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, it depends. But each sprint will be maximum 14 days only. Not more than that. Okay. Sometimes they can ask you what is the maximum number of members in an agile team. You can say 7 members, not more than that. Okay. They can ask you. This is all for placements. They can ask these questions. 7 members. Okay. 3 developers, 3 testers, 1 operations person. 3 developers, 3 testers, 1 operations. O&M, operation and maintenance person. That O&M person is actually the person who will do the deployment. The deployment. Deployment is not done by the developer. We just develop. Tester will test. After that, we go to the production environment. That is the O&M person. Okay. Now, in the sprint, what happens? We have to understand. In each sprint, every day, how many of you have used Microsoft Teams? Microsoft Teams? Yes. What happens there is every day we have a stand-up meeting. You have heard about this word many times. There are lots of groups of Instagram, many other things. So stand-up meetings will be conducted. Every meeting, all the members will stand for 5 minutes and speak about 3 important things. The 3 important things are what you did yesterday. ನಿನ್ನೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ ಇವತ್ತು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ what you are going to do today. I'm writing in short form, you can fill it out. What you are going to do today, ಇವತ್ತು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? And suppose I and one more person is working. Without logging in, can you go to the home page? Try to understand any application, you have to sign up, then log in, then home page, right? Suppose the sign up part is not working. Can we trigger the home page? So, the third point is any blockers. Is there anything that is stopping you from doing your work? You can say there is no internet connection, I could not finish this. You can say the server is not working properly, I'm not able to do it work. Or maybe the person who is doing the login thing has not done it properly, so the sign up page is not visible for you. After that, the home page is not visible for you, something like that. Is anything stopping you from doing your work? Or any blockers? And this should be a very genuine reason. Otherwise, that person can lose their job. They are getting paid, right? If they say something random, it will not work. It should be a very concrete and genuine reason. Next step. These are the 3 things. Hardly 15 to 20 minutes every day in the morning. Okay. And, sorry. Yes, these are known as Scrum meetings. Scrum meetings, and they are presided over by the Scrum Master. This person is called the Scrum Master. Whoever it is, that leader is called the Scrum Master. Make sense? And to report all these things, we use a project management tool. The best free one is Jira. The Jira tool is where all these things are managed. Jira is a product of the company called Atlassian. Atlassian is from Australia. Okay, there only all these things are met. Okay, this much is done. All clear, everyone? Now, all those things about the meetings, what you have to do, what we will do, reporting and all, software. This is Jira software. I will show you how it looks like. But it will not be relevant to you. Still, I'll show you. It looks something like this. I'll show you my Jira code. It looks like this. For example, say here, to do. What is the task to do? From to do, it will be in progress. Someone is doing this. Marchi there. Your manager has assigned you one work that you need to do. When you go to the office, you will see, okay, this task has been assigned. So from here, it will be dragged to here in progress. Okay, after that, what will happen? From in progress, suppose you have finished that task, it will go to review. If you are the manager, you will have to review. If you are a senior, you will not nobody will review. You will manage. After that, when they are reviewed, green color command. This is this is a simple workflow. It can be more also. What is the sprint number? It can be more also. It depends on the project. Simple as that. That's the basic idea. You can install Jira and try working on that. It's very easy also to do. You can just show it. Students want it. Just tell the name and show download and sign up and show. So for 30 members, it is free. Okay, for 30 people, it's free. So in one college, you will not have 30 people in one department, right? You will not have. So it is free. And just like WhatsApp, the offices, the companies have their own channel for messages and everything. They don't use WhatsApp. They use something called Slack. Have you heard about this? Slack? SLACK. This is also from Atlassian only. Same company. Okay. And I'll show you how it looks like. SLACK. It looks like this. You can see my Slack is like this. Here. And you'll have your people, whoever is there. You can see some people, Nikhil, Chandan, Ujjwal, all those people. You can just click on that and chat with them. You can do video calls, screen sharing, everything can be done. It's just like that. And you can message yourself also. See, forum and myself only, I can message myself. Just like WhatsApp you can do. It's free of cost, you don't have to pay. Okay. After that, let's not talk about much theory. Let's go to practical now. After that, what I'm saying, this is every day what it is done. Now, after one sprint, suppose sprint one has ended. Sprint one ended. There will be a very important meeting that is called a retrospective meeting. Okay, retrospective meeting. In this meeting, every member will tell 4 important points. Very good. They are called the 4 L's. Not lessons. L is short form for 4 words. I will tell you all the 4 words. Okay. Actually, it is learned on you, but I will tell you how it is. Okay. So the first one is what you like this 2, 3, and 4. I'll write the L in a different color and write it like this. What you learn in this whole 7 days or 14 days, you might have learned about something new. Maybe server, maybe some deployment, maybe some ODB, something you learned new. You can mention that. And then, suppose you have met a new team. You are really liking to work with them. Really, that's really what you loved. A is tight in that 7 or 14 days. Okay, and sometimes what happens, we don't work to our potential. Now, tell some model. We could have done better. So, what we hated. Hated is, in an English, there is one more word. Loathed. LOATHED. This whole thing, I will convert it to a PDF and share it to you. Okay, don't worry about it. This whole thing will be converted to a PDF and shared. So that when you go home and refer this, you will understand and recall. Okay. Last one. What happens sometimes? I wanted some more resources. My laptop has 8 GB. Company is telling me to develop something. But actually, I wanted 16 GB. That resource should be provided by whom? The company or me? They did not provide. So I wanted that, but I was not given that. Maybe I am a manager, I have 5 people. It is not possible to do with 5 people. I need another 10 people. Other resources nani kottilla. They have not given. So I longed for something, it was not given to me. That is called longed for. I wanted something that was not given to me. If it was given to me, I would have done better. Artha aita? These four things will be told by every member of the agile team after each sprint. That meeting is called the retrospective meeting. This much, if you say any company, even if Google comes to your college, they will hire a student. That guarantee I have. Because no Google education. Only if you go to the industry, you will understand this. Sorry. Do suppose I am not married, but still I'll give you some example. Okay, I had a fight with my wife. For example, I had a fight with my wife, and I am not in the frame of mind to work. But that should not hamper my profession because the company is paying me money. ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಗಳ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಆಫೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಯಾರ ತಪ್ಪು ನನ್ನ ತಪ್ಪು I should not mix my personal and professional life, right? So because of that fight that I had at home, or some tension, I don't have some money, I have some mental tension. Because of that, it should not stop me from working in my office. Because of that, I'm not giving what is my potential. But still, company will pay me that money only. Suppose my salary is 10 LPA, they will give me that much only, right? ಅವ್ರು ಮೋಸ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಮೋಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ? Then honestly, I should say that I could have done much better. I did not do it. I'm sorry. Next time I will do it. That is why that is called usage. I hated something in myself. ನಾನೇನೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅದರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ team cannot go up. Do you understand this? Clear? So something I did which stopped the team from going. ನನ್ನಿಂದ teamಗೆ upgrade ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ. That I did. Or maybe about the whole team I can say. We did not work to our potential. We could have worked day and night and deployed the project in 5 days. I did not do. Suppose next week we starting. Monday classes starting, but the lab is not ready. That is whose fault? Our fault only. Now we start my lab. So that I can say, I honestly was busy with some other thing. I could not do it. You have to admit something like that. This is not mandated. If you have something, then you can do it. Otherwise, NA, not everything. Make sense? This is like that. All clear? So this is totally about how from waterfall models and basic software development lifecycle models, switching to agile to create faster deployed products in an easy way. Make sense? Clear? And because of this, we have started using DevOps. For the time being, just understand one thing. It is actually the development team plus the operations team working together in a synchronized manner. The development team and the operations team working together. The starting salary of a DevOps engineer is 22 LP. For fresher science, for experience, it can be 1 crore also. It can be more than that. So DevOps is not a technology; it is a culture. It is followed in all the industries. From Google to Microsoft, everyone is following DevOps. That's why this year VTU has introduced this in the syllabus. And it will be there for the next 10 years also. Because you cannot learn software development without integrating DevOps into it. Okay? That's why we are also learning this. Right? Now, first thing first, as I said, we have to know about version control. Very, very important. Earlier, I will talk about my engineering time, 2006 when I joined. Suppose someone will tell me to write some notes or something, some report or something. What we will do? We will create a file called f1.txt. F1.txt. I will write something. After that, say suppose I want to update that. I will create one more file, f2.txt, a duplicate copy of that. I will update something there. Like this, by the time the report is completed, it will be f100.txt. Up to date report. That is not a good thing. Ultimately, I am misusing the resources. I'm not doing that. Now, what happens? Imagine I have to scroll over to f2.txt from 100. It will be a very big task. Where I did what. Therefore, version control is very important. What happens? Today, I have a website where there is a username, password field, the button is here. Imagine here, there is a link called forget password. When the developer added this, whatever was working, that is also not working. This is called what? Integration. Already something is there. You added something extra, integrated. Other in the end, I know whatever was working, that is also not working. What happens? Do you need to go back to the working part? Yes or no? What is not working, that we will sort out later. At least here work better. How do you go back? You should know, you should have a track of that version, which version was working. Say suppose version 1 was working very good. Version 2 is not working. I have to go back. How do you go back? We have to record it back. You should have something. That's why we need tools. SCM. SCM stands for Source Code Management. Okay. Source Code Management. MGMTM. So you have lots of tools for that. The best tool used everywhere in the world is Git. Everywhere in the world, most of the times you use Git. You have others also. Say we have Bitbucket, we have Stash, and lots of them. But most of the times, commonly used is Git. It is very popular, and best part is it's free. There is no charges for this. So, how many have used Git? Sir has used. Anyone else? Others, you remember the commands? Asking again. See, I'm not judging anyone if you are raising your hand saying I don't know. There's nothing to judge here. आपको बोलते रहना है, आपको बोल. No problem. Forgot in the commands, no problem. I'll teach you. Some basic commands you have to know. Before that, do one thing. Go to GitHub and create your own account. Do that first. Quickly. GitHub हो गया, account create. Go to github.com, create an account. That is mandatory. You have to do it for all the students. Most of them will have it. And make sure you remember your username and password, please. Very important. I think last week in one college, 10 lecturers, they forgot the username password. Sign in a then how will you start it? Okay, so first step, go to GitHub. The URL is github.com. Internet is slow. This is the first time I'm coming to this college. I don't know anything. Even I am using this internet. That you're using your own laptop, ma'am, or system? But make sure not a laptop possible. But make sure internet is appeared because everything will need installation, lots of them. GitHub.com, sign in and create an account. And remember the username and password. So
The existing mail ID worked.
anything you have, just use. If you already have an account, you will get it. Because you need that. It will be something big, something here and there. That's all. Just get into a line. This this direction is the solar is also in this direction. Same direction. Leave it equal. See, this is the I mean, you already welcome. You remember the username password? Just do this. Check in system. Press Windows button. There is a Windows button in the keyboard. Windows plus R. Windows plus R. Windows and R. XCD. Go to command prompt and make sure to check whether Git is installed or not. If it is installed, Git is. Just like Java space hyphen version, just like Git space hyphen version. Check the version of it. If it is not installed, again you have to install Git also. So for that, I am also sharing you one more playlist. So everything related to Git is there in the playlist. You can learn from there. Right now, I will give you a demo of Git also. So, but if you want to learn anything else, you can learn from here. Sir, we have just here is it. It is not there. It is not installed. So, I like it. You have the command command. Login as GitHub. GitHub is the repository. Git you have installed. I've shared one playlist. That playlist has all the information regarding it. You can go through it whenever you are thinking. Okay. So if you want to see this, I will tell you a little bit history of myself. Actually, I worked with TCS, Accenture, and then Flipkart. And after that, I started my own company. So I'm just going to show you something here. This is our YouTube channel where we specially cater to YouTube syllabus only most of the time. Okay, and this is myself. This is my friend Asham. We both prepare videos on all topics that is related to YouTube. If you want to learn C, C++, Java, Python, SQL, DBMS, DevOps, everything will be here one by one. Okay? So you can go there and go to the playlist section. You will see that I have shared you this playlist. This one I have shared you this one. This has around 6 videos. That is more than enough to learn about Git and GitHub and version control. Everything related to it is here. You can learn from here. Okay. The name is Modus RK. This is a partner company, and here we each specially related to placements and video syllabus. Okay. If you want, you can learn from it. So what I'm planning is all the topics that we have in this DevOps syllabus, I will cover everything, and by March 15th, I will give everything to you. Should be ready. So that when you are going to the lab and doing it, you can refer here and then we do it in the lab for the students. Be easy. I'll try to make it easy. Okay, you can check this version and see if it is installed or not. Git installation is simple. Go to this, just go to the internet and type git download. ಕೆಲವು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಸೊ ಗೋ ಟು ಗಿಟ್ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ this URL you will see like this download it for Windows this one click on this next install that's all not so big easy on simple installation search for this git download go to this one download this option and download this one the installer double click and go next you can install hardly 2 minutes 3 minutes after installing go to the terminal again and type git space hyphen version you will get any particular version that we have installed for me it is 2.39.0 that's why yesterday I had sent that prerequisites PDF. So make sure, I think Monday in the name class shuru ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ತಾನೆ. So next week in Monday I will tell you. Next week you can only cover. I think there will be one maximum a weekly that will go on in introduction only and some tutorial. By Saturday, make sure all the softwares are installed. By next Saturday ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Okay, make sure everything is installed so that next week in the you can start with the topics. I will give you a roadmap how to approach that. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. See, once all the installations are done, the programs will not be difficult. But installation alle tumba time ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. It is not. Close that terminal. Close this terminal. Open one checking which one. Will you install it?
Yes.
Now check. In that terminal, it will not be updated. You have to open a new one. So all that list from the beginning that I've given, all these things you have to install in all the systems. Beke beko.
If it is higher version,
It can be any bus. JDK 17 is very important. ಬೇರೆದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ಲಿ. I'm mentioning that again and again because I know the reason. That's why I'm saying that. JDK ಮಾತ್ರ 17 ಇರ್ಲಿ. Sorry? 21 is fine, but I recommend 17. 17 is better. Because otherwise you will not be able to work with some software. ಸಿಕ್ಸ್ಟಿ ಅದು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದಾನೇ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಗೋ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಪಿ ಸಿ ಆರ್ ಮೈ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಹೌದ್ರಮ್ಮ ದಿಸ್ ಪಿ ಸಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಐ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ go to your ಯಾವುದೋ ಫೋಲ್ಡರ್ ಹೋಗಿ go to any folder right click on this PC go to properties properties for the right click properties C4 ಇಂದ 34 x64 ಇಂದ ಅಷ್ಟೇ 64 ಇದನ್ನ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ For everyone, it is ready. Aita, sir. What about IntelliJ? How many have installed IntelliJ? Install? Okay. But after this, we'll use that. Not coding, the normal one.
Standalone installer.
Standalone.
It's already.
You record the videos in the person. Done. Yes, come. So you have your GitHub account ready and you have Git installed. All of you? Yes? Right. So now let's do one thing. Now, next part is let's see a Git demo. Let's see a Git demonstration, how Git works, and some basic commands. Okay, so that you get used to the commands gradually. So now, what I will say is try to focus on this. This will be very important for your understanding. Whenever you are developing something, you should understand how our product is developed. Okay, so initially, when we are developing something, we have nothing. We are working in our local system. My laptop is my local system. We are not connected to any cloud or remote server, right? Directly in my system. So suppose I am building a application project or application. Okay, I'm building something. Here what happens? Initially as a developer, I will be looking in my local system. So what happens? I create a simple folder. With a folder only I start my project. That will be empty in the base. There's nothing inside that. Okay? Empty. Please remember. This. Then what happens? I start writing some code. Okay? I add some files. Add files. Index.html, for example. Index.html. Say styles.css. Say login logo.png, some logo of the company, etc. I'm adding some files. Then adding C1.java, C1.python. It can be any file depending on the project that I'm building. I can add any file. Okay. Now, till here, imagine something happens to my system. It gets corrupted. Do I have any backup? Yeah, that's the main problem. And what happens nowadays? See, some people are joining online, some are offline physically. People work all over the world. They collaborate in a team. Here we are in Rajan Kunti, someone might be in Australia, someone might be in England. They are connected. They are via the cloud, internet, right? So, how do they see what you are doing in your system? How does my friend Sachin know what I am typing in my system? They have to get access to that, right? That's why you have to be connected remotely with some agent. Okay, so here, this drawback you understood when you do something in our system. Suppose you are preparing some notes in your laptop. Tomorrow you have a very big lecture. You go for your PhD or something. At that time, imagine your laptop crashes. ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನ್ backup ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಮುಗೀತು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? That's why we need to maintain our repository online. So Git is the tool. Okay, Git is the tool for performing version control. What is GitHub? GitHub is the repository where we store our code. It can store anything. Right now, we are talking about storing our code. So here we are still in our local. This part of the diagram is in our local unit. Git is not tracking anything. Okay, but we write a command called git init. Okay, git init. When you write this command, it will initialize a empty repository. Create an empty storage area in your system. Okay? Then what happens? Still it is not tracking your files. These files are still vulnerable to get lost. Okay? They can be lost. So what you do from the local area, you add them to this area. This area is very important. It's called the tracking area, or it is called the staging area. Tracking area or staging area. Now, how to pull this file from here to here? You have to add them there. So the command is git add. Randomly, you can write the file name, or if you want to add everything in one go, remember select star from the SQL algorithm. Here, add git add, not star, we use full stop. Here we say dot, we will add all the files, everything will be added. So this is what I can write all files. So now what happens? All these files that you have will come to the tracking area. Now it starts tracking them. Now we will not use it. Okay, we will not use it. So now, suppose after 1 week of development, the developer has finally come to a conclusion that this version of the is working. It is fine. Everything is good. Now we need to do one thing. Commit. We need to commit our changes. Whatever changes we have done, we need to commit them. We use the command git commit. Yes, I'll show you. Then what happens? This submit message, you will write a proper message also here about that, because you are not the only person who is looking at it. The whole team will be it. Should be a sensible and meaningful message. That someone else comes in tomorrow, they can understand what this guy has done. So this will create a snapshot. It will create a snapshot so that there will be a. This is called. I will write down the name. You will remember that. Check sum. This will create a very large code. With the help of that code, you can go back to that working part of it. I was saying that suppose today I added one functionality. Because of that, the app is not working. I have to go back to the working part, right? So for that, this takes up the very important thing. With the help of this, you can go to that part of the code where it was. Our work active part of the code. Here, when you do it practically, you will understand better. This much is clear? Yes? So now, till here also, you are in your local system only. But Git has started tracking your files. Now you will never. That's okay. Make sense? Now, to give a better example, here, I will take a funny example for you to understand the level. So suppose a guy is planning to track. Initially, what happens? This is the guy. He will search for prospects. ಅವಾಗ ತುಂಬಾ ಜನ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. Yes or no? I'm talking about myself only. Right now I'm planning to marry. So I have A, B, C, D, E. Many options. Many people will give me photos. Better, better. After that, from that, I will say that we are not okay. A, B are okay. So from here, from the last, I came here. Add ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಇವಾಗ Mummy, this is what I like. Out of that, finalizing, say B. Commitment ಆಗೋದು, engagement ಆಗೋದು, finalize following, something like that. Once you are 100% sure, it will come here. Full code will come. Did you relate that now properly? Easy to understand now? Yes? After that, what happens? They to the repository in GitHub. So now, all of you go to your desktop or any drive, create a folder, write down Git demo or something like that. I will write it in my desktop, create a new folder, I will say SVIT hyphen git hyphen demo. You can write whatever you want, no problem. You can write git demo also. I prefer writing like this because every time I go to a different college, I get it. Young baker. Okay. This is the folder. I open that folder. It will be empty. As I said, see the diagram. I will convert this diagram to practice. Okay. We are inside the empty folder. Correct? Now, go to the folder. Right click. If you are in Windows 10, the right click will give lots of options. If you are in Windows 11, it's a borough. So what you do? You press Shift key and you press right click. Shift and right click. ತುಂಬಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Yes. There you should see an option git bash. Git bash. Vidya? Vidya illa. Click on that. It will open the Linux-based terminal in your Windows operating system. Here you can write different kind of Ubuntu commands, shell scripting commands. Okay. You can use normal command prompt also, but you should get used to this. Where are we? We are inside this folder, right? Exactly inside that. Just now I created a text, correct? So I'm inside here. Every time in the morning when a developer comes to the office, the first command that they use is this: git status. Check the status of the group. Why? Because sometimes what happens, I might be on leave. The team is working, right? How do I get the update? Ali yen ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ. Do that, get everything updated. I will get this. Right now it will say Fatal not a Git repository. Press enter and see. Fatal not a Git repository. We have not initialized any repository, right? It will say this. What is not the- You right click. If you are getting like this, click on see show more options. ಇಲ್ಲಿ git bash ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. See, it's not there. Did you install git or not? Open that. Show more options. CD to that folder. Where is the folder? Go to just type C. Yes.
So this
Went inside that? Press enter. In this case, the folder name. In that folder. Go to that folder, CP to that folder. Okay. That's all. Leave it. Now it's okay? Yes. Sir. See, if you are sitting next to someone, you have to carry. That is how you can, otherwise, we can be going on like this only. I cannot run around everywhere and say, if anyone understood, please help the other one. Same time, because we have only till tomorrow. I will try my best to come everywhere, but if you understood, please help the other. So now we are here. Everyone is on the same page here. If you say fatal, not a Git repository, right? Now, what was the first step I said? Git init. It will initialize an empty repository in that folder. Press enter. You will get this message. Initialize empty repository in that particular folder. Now, one thing very important. Some students are very smart. You have to be smarter than them. How? Upskill yourself. ಅವರಿಂದ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾದ್ರೂ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರಿ ಆರಾಮ್ಸೆ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋ I know all kinds of students. I have been seeing them for the last 10 years. So I know how irritating they are sometimes. They don't have any idea here, still they will have that attitude. That you have to overcome somehow. And I know your Greek lecturers, you will know that how to deal with it. So what to do? Be cool, you can understand some very good commands. Teach you some very good commands that you can do. Okay. So here we initialized. Now check its status. It will say on branch master, nothing to commit, nothing to clean. It will say like that. Okay. Nothing to commit. You're getting this, everyone? Now the point is try to understand this. Okay, this is very important. When the sprint 1 start adaga, the developer creates a branch that is called the master or main branch. in this branch, we always have the stable working code. Only good code is there in this branch. Because from this branch, deployment is done, release is done. Okay, always deployment will happen from the main branch or the master branch. No other branches. Remember. Okay. Now, this whole thing is called a working tree. This is called the working tree. I will write it down here. Working tree. From here till release of the product, this is called the working tree. Now suppose a developer one wants to add a feature one. ಏನು ಒಂದು feature add ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. They will not do it in the master branch. Only the Scrum Master has access to the master branch. Only if you have 5-6 years of experience, you will be added to the master. Otherwise, you will not be added. Okay. So what you do? Suppose anyone wants to add a feature or ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, they will create another branch here, F1 ಅಂತ. There they will make all the changes. ಇಲ್ಲಿ change ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Okay. After they have done their changes, then they will merge them again into the master. Merge. Understanding? So every time the master will have stable version of the code. ಯಾವ code work ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇರೆದು ಇರಲ್ಲ. Okay? Anything you are doing testing also, you will check out to a testing branch. Say suppose T1. This is for testing. Ella test ಆಯ್ತಾ, then you can merge that to your main branch. No problem at all. That is how it goes on. That's why this diagram is called the working tree. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ if you see this one, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, what is written on branch what? We are on the master branch. Yeah. Any changes, he will do it in some other branch. After finalizing, he will again merge them to the master. Okay. Now let's add some files. Let us add some files. So the screen becomes very full red. To clear the screen, normal terminal early we write CLS. Here we write clear. CLEAR. Press enter. It will clear the screen. Okay. Now let's add some files. Suppose I want to add one file called index.html. The command is touch. TOUCH. Touch index.html. Space ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. Touch space file. Full file name has to be given. Please remember. Okay. Press enter. No errors. Go back to the folder and check. ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. And you might see a .git folder. Can you see a .git folder? In that folder, whenever you install Git, is it visible for you guys? Visible, not visible? How many can see that .git folder? See that? If someone can't see, go to view here. If you created a view there, go to show hidden files or hidden items. Then you will get the .git folder. Okay? This is a very important folder. You cannot do anything with that, but this is how your records are maintained. This folder maintains everything about your about your project. When you yes sir. ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? Index is there now. Because no HTML supporting output there. No
not people to create. The create architect. Go to there will be show hidden files. Somewhere there is something called
The UI is different. That is Windows 10 levels. So, all clear? Everyone clear? Now we got one file. Go back. Add some more files. F1.txt. In Java, coding. Just write the touch command. ಇದು manually ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, right click do that, but this is better shortcut ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. You can write touch e1.py. Python files also you can add like this. You can say touch logging.java. You don't have to follow the names only. Whatever name you want, you can write, but the extension is very important. Okay, go back to your folder. You can see all those files are now. Banta, cool, right? Easy, not difficult. Command is touch file name dot extension. All done, clear? Am I going too fast? Okay. Actually, you know, bega hogbeku, but these things, if you don't understand, you cannot continue. You cannot deliver this to the students. It's very important for us. Now check this command. First, clear the screen and see if you want to go to the earlierly used commands. Use the up arrow. Use the up arrow. You will see all the commands, whatever you have. After that, you can navigate between the commands. Okay, just clear the screen. Now check the git status. It will say add some files. All red color. What is it saying? What did I say? Still you are in your local area only. See, I had all the diagram at that time. Remember? We are still in your local area. We have not added them to the tracking area. Right? So that's why it is saying this. Use git add file to include what will be committed. What are these files called? Untracked. They are in your system. They are not tracked. So what command will you use? Git add, press dot. Everything will be added. Individual vehicles, just write down the file name, e1.py. Just press dot. Press enter. No errors. After that, you have a space and then dot. Okay. Done. Now clear the screen again. Now check the status. Check the status. Now everything will be green color. Now from your local system, it has come to the. Now Git starts tracking them all of them. And if you want to remove them, suppose by mistake you did some mistake. You want to, let's see, here's the command. Rn -cache file. It will remove automatically. But not recommended. Most of the time you don't do. Once you have finalized, then only you will add them, right? Otherwise you will not add them. Yeah? Okay. Now, what is the next stage? I said we have to commit them. But I want to show you something here. Before committing, let's say I am making some more changes. Open the f1.txt file. If you have made a f1.txt file, open that. Now I will write SVIT DevOps FTP. Whatever you want, you can write. Doesn't matter that you write this on anything. Save the file. Control S. Aita. Done. Done. Go back to the terminal. Now check the status. it will say modified f1.txt. Everybody enter. Say modified f1.txt. Understood? So every time you make a change, you have to add that back. You change any line once. So what command? Git add dot. Already existing will be there only. Whatever was not added will be added again. Here. Now check the status. All good. Green. Now clear the screen. Now we need to commit our changes. Command is commit -m. -m stands for the message that you will write. Minus or hyphen, anything you want to say, you can say. Git commit -m, git double quotes. Inside the double quotes, initial commit, any message, okay, but it should be meaningful. Understand what you are writing. Initial commit plus hyphen or something, added some files to the project. Don't press enter. Inside double quotes only you have to write. Okay. Now, if I press enter, everything will be smile. There will be no problem. See, then I thought. It asks something like config. Is it committing? Fine then. If it is done, but sometimes what happens, if you are not connected to your GitHub, it might ask you the credentials. User.name, user.email. Is it asking you the credentials? There. Now comes all of you need manual or some PDF or something to follow instructions, right? We all need that. Now this is the first manual I'll give you. Already created that. Let me just go and check that. 1 second. Okay, 1 minute. This is a full notes prepared on Git and GitHub by me. You can go through it. Whatever you want to learn about Git and GitHub, it will be there. Okay. Check the PDF in the WhatsApp group. I'll check that. Check ಮಾಡಿ ಸಿಕ್ತಾ? Did you get that? That is enough for students, for professionals, for everyone. And there, if I open that PDF, just let me open that and show you. Here you will see something like this config somewhere. Here you will get. Yeah. If at all you are asked the configuration, then you have to do this for man also. Right? Config minus global user.email. That email that you are giving in GitHub and git config. This is one command. Press enter. Next one is git config minus global user.name. Your username. Your username. And then this is sample. Okay, this is not the original one. Your original one, you will write that one you have to write. if it is formatted, only you have to. And this is given in the PDF. You have to follow this if needed. Because here, I think in college systems, they have already installed. They might have used it, so it is not asking. But when you do it for the first time in your systems, in your labs, it might ask. So follow this instruction. For others, it is working. It's already committed. Again, sir. ಇದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್ ಅದೇ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಪಿ ದಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೇರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಇಂದನೇ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡಿ See, your doubt might be very silly. Don't feel shy. We are here to learn something. That is the agenda. So for every single topic, you will get manuals like this. It will be easy for you to understand. And even if you don't understand, you can send a message to the group. No problem. So I will tell you. I'm sure. Done? Better. All of you have done? Yes? Let's go now. Now we have done our commit in our local system. We are not connected to the remote. we had created our we go to GitHub. Go to browser, any browser, open your GitHub. Open your github.com, and for me you can see this is the username on this side. This is my username. Don't find it here. You will find it here. Just on top here, that circle, you can find it here. This is your username. This is your username. Here also you will find it. Now, what we do is next step. You can see the new button, everyone. New button on the left hand side top corner. New button. Not there. Okay, then in the middle somewhere you will get this new or something, new repository, create new repository, some option. Here it is there. That is okay, plus symbol is okay. If you are finding something like this here, wherever you find that option, create new repository, click on that. Sorry. Okay. Then you will get something like this. Yes. Now write down for us. For me, I will write SVIT hyphen. Don't give spaces. Not a good practice. Don't give space. Okay. SVIT git demo. SVIT git demo. You can write any meaningful thing. Git demo also you can write. No problem. Now, in the description, you can write, if you want, not mandatory, but just for understanding, you can write, this is a repository for Git demo in SVIT. Just to understand. There are two types of repositories, public accessible to everyone, private only accessible to the organization. Right now, let's create a public one. For private, you have to give them tokens, not passwords. Okay. Right now, let it keep it public only. Scroll up, you will have an option called create. Where no changes illa, just click on create repository. Okay. Everyone has done? Aita, once you create that, you will get a URL, HTTP SSH. This URL is there. See. Yes. Getting everyone? On this right hand side, you will get a copy button. Click on that. Is there right for everyone? Copy that. It will be needed now. Now what you will do, you will connect your local system to the remote cloud. Just remember, Git is the tool. What is GitHub? GitHub is a repository or storage where we store our code for everyone to see that, because I cannot give access to the local system. Right? That's why I put it here. It is a code repository where we store our code. Okay. Now copy this. Go back to the terminal. This terminal. GitHub terminal. Write down this command. Now we need to add the remote server to our local machine. Okay. So peaceful. Oh. Get remote add origin. This is also given in the PDF only. Okay. No need to worry about that. If you forget also, it will be given in the PDF. Follow that. Get remote add origin. ಇವಾಗ URL copy ಮಾಡಿದಿಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ paste ಮಾಡಿ. My Kannada is okay, they can understand. I'm not a Kannadiga by the way. I'm from Assam, very far. So ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆನಾ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಮೇಲೆ north east ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. But yeah, you have to, if you have to stay somewhere, you have to learn the language. Not mandatory, but at least you should be able to communicate. That is what I'm trying. Okay, that's the point. Into lab. So, ಅದು copy ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ paste ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ Paste ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ enter press ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. Just wait. Git remote add origin. The URL that you copied from your GitHub repository, you paste it here. Is that okay? From where to copy that URL? You have to copy once you created the repository. There you are getting a HTTPS or SSH URL. This one. Just copy this. Okay. Here? Yeah. Welcome. This is multitasking. Lowest challenge. Now press enter. For you, it will ask you authentication. It can ask you to authorize. Press enter. Not asking, it is already authorized. But in your systems, when you do, it will ask you your username and password. It can ask you to authorize. So sign in through browser. Give your username and password and sign in. Authorize and the green button, but okay, just click. Here it is not asking because it's already done. Maybe they have worked on some projects. Okay, press enter. Now your remote and local are connected. If you see nothing, no errors, right? So it's connected. Now our local code needs to be pushed to the. We use the push command. PUSH. Okay. So the first time when you are doing, you will write this git push, but make sure first you have to commit the code, then only you will push the code. Please remember that. We have committed, right? We have committed. Remember, initial commit or first commit message we have written. Then git push minus u. Minus u stands for update. You are updating the remote server. Origin. ಯಾವ branch ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೀವಿ ನಾವು ಇವಾಗ? Master. So write down master. I want it to be updated from the master. Git push minus u origin master. For the first time you are doing it. After that only git push. That's it. But if you go to your browser, is there anything in this repository? Can you check there? Hello, Brody. Do you have anything here? In this folder, you have some files. Account.txt, index.html, some files are there. Now see the magic. Once we do this, it will take some time. We will get something.
Logging with the browser.
Here we are. You have to log in with your credentials.
Open in the Opera.
Browser is okay, but you have to remember username and password. Yes. Now, 10 years worth. Then you felt. All of you got this? Yes? Now go to your browser. You remember the files that you had? You refresh ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ. Refresh ಮಾಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತಾ? Magic. Yes, no? Master does not have any what? Does not match any, that means you have not added it correctly. No? You have to follow the steps properly. Take the steps again and try to understand. The path, did you give the path correctly? It's not audible now. Yes, no? No, like this, if you say, I will not understand anything. Because I have to understand what you are saying. I have to see your code or something. Or speak or something. Then only I will understand. Done? You got it? Clear? Now the whole thing from initial simple empty project to pushing your adding the files, to committing, adding the origin, and pushing the files to the remote. Whole cycle is here. Now try to understand this. We have committed something, right? Here, clear the screen, and there is a one more command called git log. To remember here in the diagram, I had said as soon as we commit, we get a checksum. See, put git log, press enter. You will get a very big message. Our number, that big, this is called the checksum. It is very difficult. Who will remember that? Agalaga. So what we do, we write like this, and it shows you all the data. Who did the commit? What was the date and what was the message? A single person who is in the team will see this message by writing git log. But it is a too much message. I need only some part of that checksum number. So what I will write? I will write git log minus minus. And say hyphen git log minus minus 1 like that. Okay, press enter. Now see, that was a very big number. Now we are getting only for 7 digits. Other than that, this number is very important. Suppose after 1 week we have done some development. I want to come back to this part. I can use this number and get back. In SQL, you have learned 3 commands: commit, rollback, save. Same thing. can roll back to this command. Not required right now for your syllabus. This much is more than enough. Okay. Is this only your first lab 2 hours will be gone? Pakka alva? This next week, whatever lab you have, set up all this and do this. 2 hours will be gone. And lots of people will have lots of errors, and you have to go to everyone and teach them. Right? So the target for the first week will be this year. Now at least you understood what is Git and Git. Here, any more references refer the PDF, and I have given you the entire list of it. And that is my voice only. So I think now you will be sick with my voice. That is what I'm saying. Okay, clear? Okay. So that is here, and you can exit. Exit this terminal by writing exit. So this finishes your basic idea of version control. Okay. Boring? Interesting?
Yes.
Understanding?
Yes.
Okay. Next, we will go to build tools. For that also, let me do one thing. I'll go to my folder and which one is this? Maybe the first build tool, this notes I have created. Before giving you that, let's try to do this thing. All of you check whether you can open IntelliJ in your system and go to your terminal, Windows plus R, and write CMD and take the Java version first of all. Check if you have Java space hyphen hyphen version 17 point something, or some people might have 21 point something or 23 point something. Yeah, just take that. So I think this session is also getting recorded, and you will get this whole session also for the online people. Lab. Then you have to install JDK 17 you install. After that, one more thing, you need to install IntelliJ, the editor. Check if you are able to open that or not. 17 only download. 17.0 point something, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is okay. 17 is should be the base kernel, it should be 17. After that, I have this version of IntelliJ. For you people, you might have a latest version which will have a black. Open that. Open your IntelliJ. Yes. Don't say. Don't say. Don't say. Now, just like we did version control for simple files, now on we will do it for our Java project, Python project, and all. We do it for that. Just by initializing it, then adding the files, then committing, then pushing them to the remote cloud. So that what happens, when your laptop is gone, you can access all the projects from GitHub. Only the direct use. Now, one more thing I want to show you. All of you just see this. in our browser, remember we have got all this code now, correct? Now you can see this code button. There is a drop down. On the drop down, copy this URL again. Copy the URL, same URL only, not different. Same URL. Copy this. Copy it. Now I will show you how you can copy this thing to your system. Okay. One thing that you should know is go back to the terminal again. If it is not open, what you need to do is you remember that folder that we created in desktop. What was the name of the folder? Something like demo, right? SVIT git demo. This is my folder. Inside that folder, I will right click, open git bash. You will be the master plan. Yes, all of you are there.
Yes, sir.
What we will do is right now you can just in the beginning, suppose there is something in the remote which we don't have in my system. You can right click, but it will say already up to date. Right? Enter ಮಾಡಿ, it will say already up to date. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರನೂ ಅಷ್ಟಿದೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಫೆಚ್ everything from the remote. But just normally this is one way of reaching them. Always do a git pull every day in the morning when you are working in the morning. Because I might not be available, someone might be working. So the latest should be there in your system. Okay? Clear? This is how to fetch anything from the remote system. Now, about copying the project to your system. Close this terminal. It is not required now. Now, you have copied this URL, all of you. Go back to your desktop. Create any folder by any name. You can say, right? Any name you can write. I'm writing this project. Another folder in desktop or D drive anywhere, just write project. Okay. What I want is in the remote, project that project I want in my system. Normally, what people do is I've seen many people do. He downloads it, ಆಮೇಲೆ extract ಮಾಡಿ. That's not a good practice. We know commands now. We can use commands. So what you do in this folder, all of you are following, right? Right click, do a git bash. Git bash. In any folder, create any folder. Don't do git init or anything. Okay? Just write. But make sure folder empty. Nothing is there. Just git clone. Project na ಇಲ್ಲಿ copy ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Copying the project there. I copy paste the URL. Git clone that URL. Press enter. It is saying cloning. Yes. Go to the folder and check. A project banta. Banta. Ella banta. File show. Artha aita. But here you don't have any repository. You just copy those files to your system. Okay. Just another copy yeah, this is the clone command. Sometimes people can ask you, what is the use of the clone command? Clone command just copies the online resources to your system. Okay, there is no need of any repository here. It is just connecting and copying them and pasting them. Okay, this is the whole structure of Git. That much you should know and that much you should teach to your college students. Okay. Now we have 10 minutes before lunch. please make sure IntelliJ IDEA is installed and working. It's working. And if you see Java space hyphen version is also working. If it is working, Java space hyphen version, then we move on to the next video. Java should be installed and it should be working. And I am also sharing one playlist for Java that is dedicated to VQ syllabus. There are 20 videos, full VQ syllabus are there. You can check, go through that. That is only for VQ exception handling, Spring framework, everything is there in that. Okay, go through that whenever you are free. So take this 10 minutes and make sure IntelliJ is installed, working, and Java is installed, working. If everyone has done that, then we can go on with some other things also. Till now, whatever was done, you were able to follow, right? Yes? All of you are from Bangalore colleges only? Bam is from Kolar. Anybody else from any other college? Tumkur. Sir? Chitradurga. Hiriyur. Akkapakka, na? I've been to Hiriyur many times. My friend stays there. Huh. Anyone else? All others from Bangalore only? People, AIT, na? I've been there for training many times. Bangalore. Working. ಯಾವ college faculty na? SVIT. SVIT. That is SVIT. SVIT. That's why I didn't try to install that.
Attendance will go on tomorrow.
For lunch from 1 to 1:30. So lunch is arranged in room number 103 for extra conference.
Ma'am, ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಅವ್ರು ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಕ್ಕ ಬೇಗ ನನಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ
Because it is operating system dependent, right? That file will be different. It will be in tar file.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So after lunch we learn payment and
Yeah, no issues. Sirisha? Sir,
Ma'am, ಇವತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್?
call this.
ಸರ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಸರ್. ಬರ್ರಿ.
It should be like that. Otherwise you will not get that interaction.
ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ.
ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ?
ಕಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಾರೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಟಲ್ಸ್.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಂತೆ.
This is very good.
Yes, same.
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬನ್ನಿ.
Just like in Amazon.
ಸರ್ ಇದು ಲೈವ್